So Azure, Microsoft Azure or AWS. I'm going to be talking about Microsoft Azure and AWS today. Because I have a recent conversation with someone and was talking about how AWS is the largest cloud provider in the world and all of that. And I just want to make sure that I share some of these insights with my community. So first thing I have to say is that I'll be talking from the perspective of a cybersecurity guy. So look at this from the perspective of a cybersecurity guy, not as a developer. If you're a developer, this might not really be relevant for you, but if you are a cybersecurity guy, that is from the perspective that I would be talking about today. So let's get onto it. So Microsoft Azure or AWS. For me, I will tell you for free, if you are looking at becoming better at cybersecurity, if you are looking at learning cybersecurity, maybe you're just getting started, go for Microsoft Azure all the time, 100%. Don't even think of AWS for now. Focus on Microsoft Azure. And the reason is because Microsoft is the largest cybersecurity company in the world as we have it right now. It's because they are the only company in the world that has a tool for almost everything you must do within a cybersecurity space, right? So if you're in cybersecurity, a lot of people have this misconception that, oh, cybersecurity is just about incidents, it's just about tickets, it's just about alerts and all of that. But there's so much more to it. And Microsoft has something for all of them. Let's start with identity. The largest identity in the world being used. I mean, if you're in cybersecurity by now, you know that identity is one of the largest and the most important part of cyber. How people log in and log out of all the applications. So you have an enterprise business, let's say Bank of England, for example. They have their applications in the cloud. They have laptops they give to people that people are using to log in, and then they can access different kind of applications, server, all kind of things that they can do. Microsoft handles almost all of this for almost all largest companies in the world using Microsoft Entra. We used to call it Microsoft Active Directory back in the days, right? This is Microsoft Entra now. They changed the name about 2-3 years ago to Microsoft Entra. It's the largest in the world, and that is what most companies are using. So if you learn Microsoft Azure and do courses like SC200, you will learn about that identity. So usually if you get a job, let's say you get a job as a security analyst at Coca-Cola, at Bank of England, at NatWest Bank, at any of these places around the world, right? They are most likely using Microsoft Entra for their identity. And you as a cyber guy are going to be responsible for this. So think about that. You are going to be responsible for this. So you need to know about this kind of tool. The second one is your endpoint detection and response, right? Endpoint detection and response. If you're in cybersecurity, you know what an EDR is, right? Microsoft has something for it, the Microsoft Defender for endpoints. If you're in cybersecurity, you know that email protection is a big part of it, right? Classification of email, internal, external, public, confidential, email classifications, anti-spam, anti-phishing, zero-day detection, auto-purge. A malware comes into your email. Let's say a malicious actor send an email to, let's say you are working for, Coca-Cola, for example, that they have maybe 50,000 employees, and then a malicious actor send email with a phishing link to 20,000, users within your organization, and you got to know how do you take all those email right from their email and remove it at once. Email protection, Microsoft has something for it. When you go to your endpoint management, Intune, Microsoft has that for Intune, whereby they can manage your entire laptop. They can stop you from copying to USB. They can stop you from using a USB. They can stop you from copying file. They can stop you from using USB, stop you from installing application that is not authorized within the platform. All kind of things. Management of the laptop, whereby, even if they have a new user, they can give the person a username and the password, log into a laptop and have access to everything, and they can remove the access as well. So a lot of stuff around that part as well. Microsoft has something for it. Let's go to Microsoft Defender for cloud apps, management of cloud application. Microsoft has something for it. And cloud apps can be Monday, your Jira, all kind of stuff. You can manage it with Microsoft. That is another thing. All right. When you go to your SIM platform, Microsoft has something for you. When you go to your SOAR platform, Microsoft has something for it. So Microsoft is just amazing when it comes to different kind of technologies that you can explore, that is very, very related to cybersecurity, that you can use. The Defender for Cloud is another thing entirely, whereby you can manage your cloud workload and your cloud security posture. That as well can connect with your GitHub, with your AWS, with your GCP cloud. You can connect it with your GCP cloud. You can connect with your AWS cloud. So Microsoft, when it comes to cybersecurity, Microsoft has an amazing set of tools that you can use to build an enterprise cybersecurity. And that is why I say Microsoft will beat AWS when it comes to cybersecurity all the time. But I think that when it comes to development, cloud applications, let's say people that are developing applications using Kubernetes and all those kind of stuff and deploying their web app or API and stuff like that, I think more people tend to be on the AWS side, because I work with a lot of DevSecOps and application developers as well, and I see that they use a lot of AWS services. But I mean, when it comes to cyber, definitely all day, all time, go for Microsoft for sure. My name is Jamiu. I'm a cybersecurity consultant based in London. I'm a PhD researcher at the NSC Center for Cyberspace. I love to talk about technology and cybersecurity. If you're interested in this, follow this page and I'll be sharing more content in the future.